Hey there, welcome to Old Man Runner. This is the fourth video in a series I've been making about trying to buy a shoe online. So coronavirus is out there, it might be a lot better if you could go into a store, but if you don't feel comfortable going to a store or you can't for some reason, this is an attempt to try and find out how you would analyze and buy a shoe that might suit you. So in the first video, and I'll try and link them all up there somewhere, the first video was about sizing. The second video I took pictures with my iPhone and video with my iPhone and then try to analyze my own gait, and I'll link that there if I can make all this work, of course. And then in the third video I sent my previous videos and some more stuff off to Steve at Runner's Need, who analyzed it for me and gave me some suggestions. And then I went on to the Brooks running website and they had a sort of online thing you fill in that I think is really super. And then I got two shoes recommended, one by Brooks and one by Runner's Need. And today we're going to take a look at them. First of all, Brooks Running. They recommended this, which is a Brooks Bedlam 3. Now, one of the things about Brooks when you analyze it is they have to be really cautious. So I'm just feeding them, well, I'm not feeding them anything. I'm just answering some stuff that goes online. So do your knees bend in? Do they bend out? Do they do this? Do they do that? But there's not talking to an individual. And based on that, they gave me some pretty damning results. Let's just have a read. It says, looks like you've got a recent injury, knees and hips that aren't aligned, less flexible ligaments, feet that don't point straight, and it'll start to significantly increase your mileage. We recommend your shoe should be support. Now, yeah, but why won't you go out with me? Yeah, I mean, so I'm deeply flawed according to Brooks. Now, as it happens, this is the shoe they recommended because further on, after they find out your support, I decided I wanted to energize. I wanted it springy. I didn't really know. I just figured I'd put springy down as opposed to cushy or whatever. So I thought I'd go bang rather than blue. Anyway, this is what they recommended and I bought it. Now, interestingly enough, I previously, and my much lauded Brooks Transcend 7. Now these are a support shoe, but they describe them as cushioned, or cushioned. And these are kind of a plush shoe, but they both have the guide rails down the side. Now, I've been a critic of some Brooks shoes because I thought they all look the same, and I'll do a detailed comparison in the future. But initially, this is wider up the front, so I don't know if you can see it there, but certainly I've just tried these on walk around the house, and it's much narrower up here. Very interesting base in that it's got a thin layer all the way through. As a designer, I like the fact it says designed in Seattle. I don't care where it's designed, but at least I like the idea that someone's taken the trouble to tell us they've designed it. It's much thinner inside, so this has got a very plush collar. This is very thin. We'll do more testing of it, and a very thin but not cutting tongue. But I like the shoe. On initial impressions, it was only available in this color, but I like it and I'm going to try it out. And then I compare these two together, and then I'll compare it to the other shoe that was recommended. So this is the Hoka One One Clifton 7. Stephen Runner's Need analyzed my feet. He also recommended a Brooks Ghost. And the advantage of going to a service like at Runner's Need is that they're looking at actually you. You're not just answering questions, they're looking at videos of you, and then I had a long conversation. And this was one shoe he recommended. He also recommended the Brooks Ghost, but as I was already going down the Brooks line, I decided I'd try this. I couldn't believe this when I put this on because I have been trying this before. Again, I'll try and link the video above. But this is a Hoka One One Clifton Edge, and I bought this. I had an Achilles problem and it sticks out here, and I thought when the Clifton 7 was recommended it would just be like this, but without the protruding piece, because the heel looks largely similar. You know, they've both got this high heel kind of thing going on. But I criticized this shoe extensively for this hard wearing stuff that made my ankles bleed and a horrible nasty tongue. It's not too bad to run in. But this one has a more plush tongue, which is great. And this is a completely different fabric. So I can probably run in these in ankle socks without too much bother. They look most similar at the front, actually, of the two shoes, but round the back is where the different. And the other odd thing about them is the grip. So these grips look nothing like these ones, well, not nutmeg, they don't look very similar, but they're much more similar to this, the Hoka One One Rincon ones. So, but I tried these on again. I'm just walking around the house with these because I'll do a more detailed analysis of all these things. And I was amazed at how different this shoe feels to this shoe. I thought running they'd feel different because of the heel, but I thought walking around the house they'd feel, well, I thought they'd feel identical, to be honest. This is much more plush. You really feel that you're sinking into something. It's really cushy. It's kind of nice. I can't wait to get out and run in it. If you're going to go to buy shoes, the best place is a running store. And these 4 videos have been designed for the fact that there's coronavirus, so you may not like going to stores, or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But one of the advantages, I can't quite believe this, but there is a 90-day use and return if you don't like it on these. Now, 90 days is what? It's about 3 months. At the moment, I'm training for a marathon, so I'm running 70K a week. So that's 280 a month, roughly, give or take. I put 450 into a shoe before I'd retire it. So in reality, I could run the entire length of this thing, wear the thing out, and then say, oh, I didn't really like it, you know. I'm not going to do that. And I'm not suggesting you do either. But it's interesting. I think, look, I'm sure Brooks know that it probably persuades people to buy it, and it's very unlikely they'll return it. Runners need have a 30-day return policy, but I don't think it means you can run up and down mountains on this. But if you join one of their clubs, which is free to join, I think it's called Express something or other. Anyway, then you get 100 days. And why you need 100 days to make up your mind about a shoe, I don't know, but maybe you would. So these are just initial impressions of buying the shoes. I'm really looking forward to running in this shoe because it felt so different when I put it on. It's my 4th Hoka One shoe, but probably has the more true Hoka One feel that people are used to, other than my Carbon X's and SPEs and the Rincons. And then I'm really looking forward to running in this shoe because I've really enjoyed the Transcend, but I'm so used to how a Transcend feels on my foot that it's not exciting. It's great when you want to go out when you're feeling really beat up. I mean, really beat up, where your ankles are killing you because your Clifton edges made you bleed and you're just feeling old manish. These are great. These are, you know, they're just kind of, you stick them on and you lope off and you come back 30 kilometers later and you feel pretty good. But these promise a bit more. That's what they promise. I don't know, but we'll give it a go. These have a bit of stability in the guide rails, which I may or may not need. But I think there's another version similar to this called a Levitate. And from what I can read, these are a bit wider, and I do like a wider foot. And the guide rails don't impinge. So we'll see how all this pans out. A few more videos to make in between. But I'm excited about this. Again, for all of you, it'd be much better to go into a store, but we can't all go in a store, and yet it's great to get out running. So, thanks for watching. Until the next video, just keep running along.